What's going on, guys? For today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create actions and how to batch process images. Hello, once again, this is Will Mydell from willmydell.com. You can follow me on Instagram at MadSDesigns and on Facebook at Mad Scientist Designs. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create actions and how to batch process images. If you don't know what an action is it's a series of steps that Photoshop allows you to create. So anytime you want to create a certain, say for instance you have a style of photo that you like and you want to use that on a multiple, I can't really say that. I'll take that back. It's a series of steps that allow you to do things you want to do and go back and repeat that anytime you want. For example, if you have a photo and you want to put a certain type of color grade on that photo and you want to apply that to 7 or 8 different photos, you can create an action or like a program or like a code to run every time you want that to be, created on each single photo. Or, same thing with resizing images. If you have large images and you want to shrink them down to a smaller size, instead of going in, opening each photo individually, you can create an action that will resize each photo all at one time just by a click of a button. So you don't have to, all you gotta do is kick back and relax and watch it just resize every single photo without you having to open every single photo individually and doing it individually. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, and let's jump into it. Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so let's jump straight into this. So actions. As you can see, I have mine in my panel over here on the left. Some people's panels over here on the right, but you don't see your actions panel tab. Oh, excuse me, this coffee is good. Go into Windows and just click on actions and it'll come up. And I'll have your default actions and whatnot. Basically, I like to create a folder and just name it. It's like color actions, or you put like resize actions, and whatever actions you create under that folder will be saved under that folder. So I think I'm gonna do one other tutorials. What I'm gonna show you today is just how to do different actions. So like change color, resize, just random stuff. That way you'll get the idea of how to create an action. So if you have something that you love doing personally in Photoshop, you'll know how to create an action for it. So it'll run every time you want it to do, every time you want it done. So my example images, I'm gonna show you some images I shot of some models a few weeks ago and some pictures of the city where I'm located, Savannah, Georgia. So let's jump straight into this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open one of these folders. Excuse me, one of these images. I'm gonna show you why I got copy also. Why it's good to create backup. Why I tell you that it's good to create a backup image because you don't want to save. Well, I guess I'll save that. There's no point in telling you right now until I actually show you how to run the action. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun. Sorry, guys. All right. So let me open up one of these images right quick, and we can get started on this. It's feeling good outside. I got my coffee right here. Got a good old tutorial going on. All right, actions. Yeah, whatever. So when you want to create an action, what you want to do is come over here to this new little document sign. You want to click on that. It's gonna pop up and say new action, and you just want to name the action. So for this today, I guess we'll just say I don't know. Let's color the town. I don't know. And I'm gonna put it under my tutorials folder and just pick a random color so I know it's that. You can actually create function keys also. Um, so like if you log in or whatever, you have a photo in mind or a set of photos in mind from a photo shoot or a wedding or something, and you just want to, you know what? I'm just clicking here and click F4 and hold down Shift. Well, hold down Shift and Control and click F4, and it's gonna automatically run the action on everything. Or just hold down Shift and F4 or F2 or whatever you want. So you have that option, but I'm not doing that today. So yeah. So once you have that named, and this color thing is optional. Just hit record. All right. So once you hit record, it's going to start recording every single thing you do to the image. So say for instance, I just want to come in here and I don't know, maybe let's see, play with the I don't know, color balance. You see it popped up. It said make adjustment layer, so it's recording everything you're doing. So I'm just play around and just move these little tabs and just do some more random stuff like that, like boom. Okay. And I'm just going here and just maybe add a black and white layer. I don't know. Let's do that. See, it makes another adjustment layer. And let's just crank up the reds or darken them so the brick can get some good color tone in them. And oh, look at the trees. Let's pump the yellows up and get the trees some more green. Pump the yellows back down. Get the sky to pop out some more. Some nice deep blues like that. And maybe drop the opacity down a little. And let's go add a photo filter, like maybe sepia. Pump that up a little bit, like that. And let's merge all these together. And make another duplicate layer. Let's go like filters, blur, so image, about like right there. Just pick a random radius, and grab my elliptical tool. Just come in here and do that. You can see it's still recording everything I'm doing. So you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you how this action is a system to record what you're doing, and it's going to remember what you're doing. So whenever you want to do the exact same thing you're doing right now to this image or whatever image you pull up, it's going to remember it. All right, I think I'm gonna hit Q for quick mask, and let's like blur these edges and get a nice blur on that. All right, and click Q again to come out of that, and let's hold down Alt and add a mask on that. And I think I'm gonna add a hue saturation, probably. I don't know. Clip that to that, and maybe drop the darkness down some, like that. See how that looks zoomed out. That looks pretty cool, man. And maybe click on this mask a little bit and feather it out some, or bring the density in some, like that. All right, I think I'm cool with that. So after you're done doing what you're doing, before you hit stop and stop it, you want to go save it. Because if you don't save it, it's going to prompt you and ask you what do you want to do every time you run the action, because you never saved it. So I'm going to save it on the exact same image that I opened. All right, which is why you make copies of the images, because if you don't like this color, this whole setup that you did, and you save it on this and you haven't made any backups, you're not going to be able to go back and change it. So always make a backup folder with all the images that you're going to work on. So if you ever decide to do a different color or change the color or whatever, you have the option to do that. You might want to just run some different actions, like 5 or 6 different actions for 5 or 6 different backup folders, and send them off to your client and let me know which one you like. And that's the purpose of making different backups, because you want to save them on your original image and you can't go back and change it again. So you make a copy. But I'm gonna save it on the picture that I open up, and let's click save. Saving. All right, done. Now you can stop it. So once you stop it, you have an action to run that. All right, and you should see that picture right here. All right. So before I show you how to run the action to do it to every single one, I'm gonna resize these images because they're pretty large. They're like, yeah, as you can see the dimensions right here. So I'm gonna go back in my backup folder, copy that, and come in here and paste that to replace that to give it back the original look. All right. So let's make another action for resizing. See, that's the sweet part about actions. You can make actions for everything. So I want to make an action to resize these photos. So I'm gonna repeat the same process. Click on create new action, and I say resize the town. And just pick a different color, red or whatever. Click record. All right, so it's starting to record everything you do. So just go up to image, image size, and maybe just drop this down to like 1,000. Hit OK, and click on save as. Yeah, right there. Boom. All right, hit done. All right, so that action is done. And that image should be resized. If I click on it, yeah, see 1,000. And the rest of them are still high quality. All right, so let me copy this, paste it back over here to the original. Now I'm gonna show you how to actually run the actions. First, let's resize all the images. To do that, let me just minimize these. All right, to run the action, you wanna go to File, go to Automate, and go to Batch. And this is what you do after you've created the actual action. This is the second part of the tutorial, which is batch processing. So since you have the action created, now you can tell the computer to, all right, go run these actions for me. All right. So you go to File, you go to Automate, go to Batch. All right. And you click on the folder where you had them saved. I think I had mine saved in tutorials. And let's go to Resize the Town. And you want to choose the folder source where it's coming from, which is, I have my pictures in here. And you want to choose the destination to where you want them to go, which is probably going to be the exact same folder where I had them. Yeah, put them in the exact same folder. I don't want to click on include subfolders because it's going to include my copies, which is my backup folders. All right. So once you have that done, you just click on OK, and it's going to start running the action. As you can see, it's opening the photos, and it's resizing all of them. And that's the sweet part. While that's running, you should be able to look in here, and you can see it's working these images. Let me click on that. So this one is resized to 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and it's still going 1,000, 1,000. All right, how sweet is that? So I got my action ran. All of my images are resized. Now I'm gonna go run. Let's color the town. So same process. Go to automate. Go to batch, and let's color the town. Same folder setup. I'm not using the images in here. Same files. All right, so let's go back to OK. Now it's going to color the town. And no pixels are selected. You might have to click OK on some of these actions. Okay. Like that. And boom. Wow. Okay. I know what the problem is with that. So the problem is with that, I'm glad I'm showing you guys this. You see how blurry this looks? Reason being is because I resized all the images. And the blur that we had set up for the first action was set to a higher resolution picture. And seeing that we resized it down to 1,000, that blur is going to be way out of whack. So let's try this again. Let's copy all these. See, prime example of showing you guys why you should create a backup file for situations like this. I didn't even think about that. So I just taught myself something new. That's awesome. So it's like if you're gonna create an action, make sure it's for the exact same size image, because like for the color of the town, we created a gradient. Well, not a gradient. We created a Gaussian blur for a huge image, but we're telling this action to run that same Gaussian blur on a smaller image. So what we're gonna do is, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to do this. You're just gonna have to create another action. Or you can do it like this. You can automate the batch process. Let's color the town. Let's do that first. Let's see if that works. Because if you don't do it that way first, what you would have to do is you have to resize the images and you have to create another let's color the town action. But you have to create it with the dimensions of the smaller size, meaning the width being 1,000 and the height being 667 or whatever it was. But I think we're just gonna play it smart. We're gonna color the town first, and once the town's colored, we're gonna go in and resize it. So basically, I think I just did it backwards. So instead of having to go in and create a whole other action for um, coloring the town at a smaller size, and I don't even remember what I did. I was just picking random stuff. Even though you can go in here and click on this drop down arrow and it'll show you exactly everything you did step by step, but we're not gonna go through all that. And let's look at these images. Yeah, see, now they're coming through. Nice. It's still working each image. It's on this one right now. It should be on this one right now. Yeah, there we go. So they're coming through. Let's just click on it and start looking. There's some nice vintage looks. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, what happened there? So I started fooling around looking through images and it stopped on me being too thirsty. All right, there we go. Save that. All right. Is it still right? I'm not sure. Let's close all that. No, we don't want that. All right, so that's how we do that. Now we can go in and resize the images. Let's go to automate, batch, and resize the town. Now we can go and resize those images since they're all colored now. And as you can see, boom, boom, they're starting to resize. I think I left out this one, probably because I was trying to scroll through and look through the images early and it kind of screwed up the process, but you guys got the gist of it. Just don't do that, I guess, like what I did. All right, sweet. That's how you do it. I'm gonna just show you one more thing. I guess just show you how to do some black and whites. Same process. Um, let's just go and open a image. Another thing also, you see I have some images in here that are horizontal or landscape, and then you have some that's portrait or vertical. If you're gonna create a batch image and you're gonna tell it to resize, say for instance you run a resize action and you tell it to resize 1,000 by 600. Now, if you tell the computer, let's go in here. All right, let me just open one of these images. If you tell Photoshop to resize, let's open both of these. If you create an action and you tell it to resize all of your images at, well, let me go back. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. Let's click on this one. Otherwise, thing keep opening up in grid mode. All right. Typically off this. All right. So if you go in Photoshop and you tell it to run an action, and you tell it to resize. Say for instance, you're on this image over here. You're on this landscape image. And you're like, you know what? I want all my images to be 1,000 with. Whoops. This is if you're running an action or whatever. You have to be careful about that because it's going to resize every image in that folder to this specification. So if you really want these to be 1,000 width, and you want your vertical ones to be just the opposite, which is 1,000. You know, you need to go in your folder, because I mean, if you don't do that, it's gonna this your vertical ones are gonna be smaller, and vice versa. If you go in here to Photoshop to run an action, you go click on image on the vertical one, and you say, you know what, I want the height to be 1,000. You know, your height on your vertical, I mean, your horizontal or landscape images are going to be 1,000 also. So it's going to be smaller than these. But if you want them, you know, to be the exact same size but shrink down like in percentage, like 80% or 70, 60%, you want to go into your folder and maybe just create a new folder and say, you know what, I want these to be landscapes, and I want these to be portraits. So everyone that's vertical, you want to copy these and put them in this folder. Everyone that's horizontal, like these, you want to put in your landscape. So when you run your action to resize them from the large size to a smaller size, they'll be equivalent to the same size. You understand what I'm saying? It won't make one smaller than the other. So a lot of people don't catch that. And they're like, why is this picture smaller than the other one? Because you ran a batch image, you know, I mean a batch process to resize all of those instead of separating those, because the vertical and the horizontal are going to be kind of like the same size if they're not cropped, you know, but they're going to be, you know, opposite. They're going to be flipped around. So just watch that when you're doing that. So yeah, let's just try some. Let me close out this. Close out this and go in here. Well, let's just grab like this one. Dude, let's go through these right here. Let's drop these in portraits. All right, so we got those in portraits. Let's go to open. And matter of fact, I think I'm just go back here and just open one of these. All right, so we got a portrait shot here, and I think I'm gonna run an action. Let's go to new action. Let's go to resize. Or you know what? Let's just go black and white. Hit record. Click up here. Click on black and white. And we'll play with the reds. With the reds up and like bump up the yellow. Let's see what we got. We got greens in there. No. Blues. No. We got a little bit of interest popping there. And whoa. That's a big chunk right there. I think I like. Let's just try that. How does that look? I like that as black and white, maybe. Whoa, not too much on the skin. About right there. I don't know. Zoom out of there. Zoom in. Maybe add curves. Go ahead and clear the red channel. Let's see. Right there. Green. Bump up the yellows. Alright. Put that down below that. Alright. Cool. Let's go to save. Save as. Alright. Since I didn't make a duplicate copy, I'm gonna be safe right now, and I'm gonna just click on create a new folder and BW for black and white, and let's put that in that folder because I don't want to save over that. So we don't do pre preparation. Make sure you remember that. All right, and click stop, and let's exit out of that. All right, no, I want that. Yeah, because you don't want to save your picture. All right, there you go. You got your black and white. All right, so let's go back under here. Go to automate batch, and we got the black and white already up. Let's click a folder, and we are going to. Where's these pictures? Where are these pictures? So many pictures, so many pictures.
Alright, and portraits. Alright, let me make sure I'm picking the right thing too. I want the pictures from the portrait folder, correct, alright, from the portrait folder, and I want them, the destination, to go into the BW folder. Alright, click OK. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one since it's about to create new ones anyway. Alright. So once you have that done, hit OK and the action should start running. Alright, just like that. And you should start seeing pictures piling up in here. Alright. That's it for today's tutorial, guys. Alright. Good way to increase your workflow. This is awesome if you want to just knock out photos. Especially if you're a photographer like me and you're always taking pictures for people, whether it's portraits or groups or businesses who are trying to brand themselves, or if you're doing a wedding, or so a client saw something in your portfolio, I like that type of color. Can you, put that on a couple of my images? Create a web gallery for them. I did a tutorial on it also. Go check out my YouTube channel, and or you're on my YouTube channel, duh. But go check out that tutorial, and I'll show you how to, I showed you how to create a web gallery. Create a web gallery for them. Let them pick out the pictures that they want that type of color, and okay, I'll take those photos and go, drop that batch on it for them and see what it looks like. Show it to them. And if you do a bunch of different actions, it's something you can do in your spare time. Just grab some photos and just fool around. I mean, create some different colors and some different stuff and some different textures and vignettes, and just save them, save all the actions, so when you're after a photo shoot or whatever, you're like, what, I have an action at home on my computer right now. I already know I'm gonna put on this photo, and you can just run it for all the photos that you got. All right, thanks for watching, and appreciate you guys coming on my channel. Go check me out on Instagram at Mad Scientist Designs, Mad S Designs, and I'm on Facebook at Mad Scientist Designs. And you can check out my work on willmydale.com. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.